This is CTV News with Mike Killeen and Tamara Taggart.
Here it is. Breaking news. Heavy snowfall is arriving right now on the lower mainland. Most commuters got off relatively easy for their morning trip to work, but it's a much different story this evening.
The snow flurries we saw for much of the day turned into much heavier snowfall this afternoon. And that means getting home is a big problem for thousands of people tonight. Good evening. Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley are dealing with severe winter conditions right now as the snowstorm sweeps across the region. We
have team coverage of this breaking news tonight. From the highways to the bridges to the eastern Fraser Valley, our reporters are standing by to cover the impact of all this snow. And we start with the long drive home along what is arguably the busiest and most important route of them all, the Trans-Canada Highway.
CTV's David Mulco is right in the thick of it on Highway 1 tonight. David, you've been on this journey for a while. How's it going?
Yeah, Mike, Tamara, we've been on the road for about an hour. It's the way I describe the commute tonight is it's tricky out there. It keeps changing from rain to snow to back to rain again. We came through Burnaby Lakes, felt some ice patches on the ground, saw 4 snowplows headed up westbound on the Trans-Canada. Right now, if you look out the front window, we are on the approach right now, headed eastbound over the Port Mann Bridge. Things are picking up. Things are moving. The pavement looks good. Drivers taking it easy, but we're going about 60 kilometers an hour as we approach the bridge right now. If you want to roll some video we have from earlier of other travel spots around Metro Vancouver, I can tell you about that. Let's start in Surrey. One of the worst areas was 104th Avenue Hill. They actually had to close 104th Avenue in the Hill after some cars spun out. There was a multi-vehicle accident. I guess the injuries were minor, but it's serious enough there that they actually had to close the road down. Also, if you're traveling by bus, there are some issues there as well. A little bit earlier in Burnaby, the intersection of Hastings and Kensington. Check this out. A couple of the buses actually jackknifed and weren't going anywhere.
And breaking news on the Alex Fraser Bridge, where things are going, as you can see, nowhere fast. This is what it looks like from the air in CTV's Chopper 9. A jackknife semi and snow plowing has traffic at a virtual standstill southbound right now. Take a look at this. Not much traffic getting through at all. It's moving very slowly. This choke point bad enough on a normal Friday evening, but with all that snow on the ground, you can see it's going to be a long drive home.
Okay, let's go to CTV's Michelle Murrow in Abbotsford now. And Michelle, the Fraser Valley is getting hit quite hard.
Yeah, that's right, and it is only going to get worse. The snow is still coming down, but what really hits you out here is that wind bringing the blowing snow and making driving conditions treacherous. For some drivers, the icy conditions are proving too much in the Fraser Valley. This truck clearly not ending up where the driver intended. Same story for this car, abandoned in the median on Highway 1. From early this morning to conditions getting worse through the day, drivers are having to be on high alert. Police urging people, if you don't have to drive tonight, stay home. Tamara?
All right, good advice. Thank you, Michelle.
And some areas of the lower mainland are getting hit harder than others tonight. And right now, the SFU campus is experiencing extremely difficult conditions. Our Penny Daflos is live at SFU tonight. And Penny, how are the students going to get home this evening?
Well, you know, Mike, those who were without cars were actually stuck here for several hours, and that's because SFU administrators shut down the campus, including canceling final exams around 2:45 this afternoon. We're talking 1,800 students writing exams, another couple thousand studying, and that means big lineups as everybody went to the bus loop to try to get home. So not only were thousands of students all leaving the mountain at once, but TransLink's articulated buses couldn't make it up the mountain, and smaller buses have slowly been making their way up and down instead. They actually cleared a few hundred students who'd been lined up here, as you saw in that video, just about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, but TransLink will continue to run those buses so the stragglers can all get home as well, Mike.
All right, Penny, thanks. Live at SFU tonight.
Okay, let's take a look at the bigger picture now as the snow comes down in many regions right across the lower mainland.
CTV's Norma Reed is staying on top of the situation in our breaking news center tonight. Norma?
All right, you guys, this map shows just how bad the traffic is right now. This is a live look. One of the worst spots, New West, all the red on your screen. Yeah, that basically means gridlock right now. Now to the major trouble zones, the Alex Fraser Bridge, the scene of a jackknife semi earlier today. We saw backups all the way to Richmond. The semi's been cleared, but still massive delays is tonight. Just look at that.
And CTV's St. John Alexander is live in downtown Vancouver tonight, looking at some of the other ways the storm is having an impact. St. John?
Well, I got to tell you, tonight it was quite a surprise because now the snow has actually stopped. Today, you didn't really know what you were going to get.
Just when it looked like round 2 was a bust, the sky opened up. Once again, Metro Vancouver was covered in snow. Burnaby, Coquitlam, New West, even the Capilano Suspension Bridge.
A little bit wet, a little bit slushy.
Already, most private schools were closed this morning. Flights were canceled. Harbor Air pulled all its scheduled departures. Visibility is that poor. A fleet is keeping Vancouver International clear. It's the icing machine on overtime. Once again, it's all hands on deck at BC Hydro, and with good reason. We've been using so much power. Last night, we almost beat the all-time record.
Okay, what about the situation at the airport right now?
Yeah, 4 flights canceled tonight, mostly to destinations in BC. Now, overall, most flights are departing, so make sure you check. As for power outages, Bella Coola is in the dark tonight, and yes, because of the snowstorm. Mike?
All right, St. John Alexander live in downtown Vancouver tonight. Thanks.
Okay, let's bring in Anne. Anne, your forecast yesterday was bang on, so please tell us what's next.
Well, right now we are dealing with a little bit of a break, but the next wave of white weather will move its way across the strait in the next half hour or hour. So here's a look at our storm tracker. More snow on the way. Looks like our freezing levels down to sea level just as we head through the evening into the overnight. The next break, as you can see on our timestamp, won't be until 2 o'clock in the morning, but still higher elevations.
Thank you, Anne. Well, people on the island woke up to a similar scene to those on the lower mainland with a good amount of snow. They're reporting some minor accidents, but nothing too serious. South Island School District stayed open today, and most of the snow had turned into slush by early evening. The weekend is expected to be snow-free in the area on the island, and of course, we will continue the snow coverage here on CTV News at 6 throughout the hour.
Looking forward to seeing where David Molko is on Highway 1 at this point. Well, if you think it's hard driving in the snow, try being one of the workers trying to keep our roads clear. We ride along for an inside look at a job that's tough, and we see how other drivers make it even tougher. All right, now to more problems during a very slippery commute tonight. Police are on the scene of a couple of crashes in Richmond that sent 4 vehicles into a ditch. Have a look at the scene now. This is near River Road and Nelson Road. All the cars seem to have slid off the main road and are seen here scattered in the ditch. Crews arriving shortly afterwards to pull the cars out.
Yeah, and a lot of cars in ditches. Also, a lot of buses are struggling in the slippery conditions. Sarah McDonald joins us now in Burnaby. How's it out there, Sarah?
Well, Tamara, on a day like today, this is the last thing commuters and especially transit riders need in Metro Vancouver. Now, this is in Burnaby at Hastings and Gamma Street, where, as you can see behind us, this is right near Capitol Hill, and there's about half a dozen buses stuck there that are unable to make it up the incline. Now, there were initially about 15 here that were stuck, but slowly but surely, they are crawling up the hill now.
But as CTV's Sheila Scott reports, sometimes the slippery conditions aren't the biggest obstacle.
When roads look the way they did in Surrey late this afternoon.
It's long hours. Yep, that's pretty much all it consumes you all week.
It's plow drivers like John Geddes responsible for keeping them clear.
Going out on our routes and laying down some salt.
This is one of 52 trucks on the road in Surrey right now, and we're about to get an inside look at what drivers are facing.
Let's check in with our man on the move, CTV's David Molko on Highway 1.
Yeah, David, how's it going?
Hey, Mike, Tamara, we've come off by Highway 1. We've been through Surrey, and we just came off the Patello Bridge a few minutes ago, so we're actually in New Westminster. The roads are looking pretty good. It's snowing. I have to tell you, overall, it seems like there's a lot less traffic on the roads than usual, so maybe people decided to heed that warning and either head home early or not drive at all. We're headed towards the Alex Fraser. We'll keep you posted. Tamara.
Yes, it was a good excuse to leave work early today. Thanks, David.
All right, and of course, we're going to be keeping you in the loop tonight and right through the weekend on the impact of the storm.
Let's go to Norma Reed in the Breaking News Center. Norma?
Yeah, it's still snowing and raining out there, depending where you are, guys. We've got crews out tonight following the major stories that develop, the latest on SkyTrain, bus service, ferries and flights coming and going from YVR, keeping our eyes on any disruptions. Also, how the snow and ice is impacting our roads and bridges, all the major trouble spots that you'll want to avoid. And of course, the forecast, how long will this system stick around? Keep it here on CTV for all your snow coverage and on our website. We'll see you tonight at 11:30. Stay safe and stay warm, guys.
All right, Norma, thank you so much.